Hello and welcome to our February video. As I promised in January, I said I would come back and tell you all how we'd done in 2012, and as they say, the figures are in and I have them to share with you now. The first chart I want to show you is just a range of performance, and if you look on the right hand side you'll see a traffic light system there. In 2012 we surpassed our performance in 2011 in 9 out of 12 categories. The categories we surpassed the 2011 performance of the green. The ones where unfortunately we didn't do so well are the red, and that's as much as I want to say about that one. If I had used our 2012 performance and compared it against 2010, we would have had 12 green out of a possible 12. So Bapco is making huge strides forward, and I do congratulate all of you because you've all helped in achieving and helping us secure this remarkable performance. Turning to the second chart I want to use, and this is the one I used in July when I talked to you, and it would be unfair to use anything else. Let's just go through those, and a couple of reminders. Green is good, and red is where we don't want to be. And the reason why the first 6 are have green on the right hand side and the last 6 have green on the left hand side is that in some cases we want to strive for higher values, throughput. Of course, we want a higher value. And then when we get to things like energy efficiency or maintenance index, we want lower values. So again, that's just trying to set the scene for all of you as we go forward. Let's just run through them very quickly, the whole 12, and I'll try to give you a very brief overview of what happened. Now, our crude run, if you look at where we were in 2011, we actually processed an average of 259,000 barrels a day. In 2012, we did 3,500 barrels a day better. 262,000.4 barrels a day, and that's a huge achievement. That's just absolutely astonishing. That translates into about 1.8 million barrels per year over 2011. The next one is a red one. It's net cash margin. Net cash margin is really just the bottom line of the when we take the cost of our feed and subtract that from the cost of our products that we put over the wharf, and we make an allowance for our operating costs. We didn't beat our 2011 target, but we came very close to it, and we doubled our budget figure. So although that's in a red and isn't as good as we had anticipated, it's nevertheless a very remarkable achievement. The next one is operational availability, and you'll see that we didn't do as well as we did in 2011. Our operational availability in 2011 was 95%. Last year, 2012, we only managed to achieve 93.6. And this is I need to be honest with you, this is a source of concern for me. This means that we are having far too many unplanned shutdowns. We need to keep our eye on our reset clock. We need to be much more aware of what we're doing through our operating procedures to make sure that we keep our plant, all our plant, online all of the time. When we do that, we add greatly to the sum of our Solomon information that we're doing. And when operational availability increases, all the other things tend to go in the right way. Refinery utilization, we did remarkably well there. We made a strong improvement on 2011. We managed to improve almost to our budget figure of 78.4, and we are, if you look at that, you'll see that for utilization we are almost now an average performer, and that's certainly an improvement on where we were in 2011, and certainly a much bigger step than from where we were in 2010. Our gas availability index is improved as well. We are almost, in the Solomon way of counting these things, an average performer. And the third one, the next one, the environmental index, is a personal disappointment to me because I thought we were making improvements in our environmental stewardship. But we have slipped back marginally in that area, and it is something that I need to draw your attention to, that we cannot have a successful operation here at Bapco unless we continue to improve our environmental performance. In this month, you're watching the video in February, we will have an OEMS team here from Chevron, and one of the things I've asked them to concentrate on is our environmental performance. And I'm sure that they will give us lots of pointers on how we can improve in that area. Moving through the chart, and you'll see that the green and red are reversed now. So where we want to be is towards the left-hand side of the charts. Our cash operating expenses have improved, and we're from being a fourth quartile performer, we're getting into the middle of the pack. This has been an uphill struggle. It's been done by working with general managers and superintendents on a monthly basis in this room to conduct a very strict analysis on where our money is being spent, and you can see that we are managing to move the needle on that. It was a struggle at the beginning of the year. It became easier, or the process became easier as we moved forward. And at the end of the year, and remember these are average figures for the year, at the end of the year we were operating this business at with the same operating expense as we had been in 2006. Now that is, by any standard, an absolutely remarkable achievement. And again, as I said at the beginning, I congratulate everyone who's been involved in this. That's the good news. The bad news is that I've set the target even higher for 2013, and I think there is almost another 26 cents a barrel we can take off those operating expenses. The next one is our energy intensity index, and as I've explained to you in the past, one of the reasons we're getting into the modernization program is that our oil plants are energy inefficient, and we need to improve on that. But the blitz in the first and second quarters of the year paid off handsomely, and we have managed to move that needle towards the green part, towards the left. And again, congratulations to all those people working out in the plant and all those people in the energy team. We have employed the services of an energy expert. He was here a couple of weeks ago. He has identified a couple of easy gains for us, and we'll continue to improve on that. Remember, one number is worth an average $600,000 a year to us, and just looking at the figures here, we've improved from 133.7 last year to 132 in 2012. Some things are easier to do than others. Maintenance is difficult. It's difficult in any refinery, in any plant like ours. The maintenance team in 2012 under Marty's leadership, and you see it here on the chart, has made a most astonishing leap forward. We are becoming close to becoming a third quartile or even second quartile performer in maintenance, and that's from being way at the back of the pack in 2010. So again, my very sincere congratulations to everyone in maintenance, everyone in and around maintenance. The next one, absenteeism, is an even more startling story. With the introduction of the Bradford factor at the beginning of last year, we have seen absenteeism drop from an astonishing 8% way back in 2008 and 9 down to 2.8% in 2012. And I think if you look at the bar again, you'll see that I think that is the biggest step change that we've made. And we've gone from being fourth quartile in almost to being first quartile in that area. And again, it's just due to the diligence of everyone, of every superintendent and shift supervisor and manager on the plant in addressing these problems. I didn't keep safety to last through negligence. I wanted to end on the safety topic. We had a most remarkable safety record going through 2012. We achieved 8 million man-hours without a lost time accident. Our operating areas have gone for 2 years. These are the high-risk areas, have gone for 2 years without a lost time accident. I think we took our eye off the ball towards the end, and we had 2 incidents in the areas of slips, trips and falls in non-operating areas. And we don't have the luxury of saying, well, it doesn't count. It doesn't matter where it happens. If you are anywhere at all and working on Bapco business and have a slip and trip or fall and injure yourself, it goes against our safety record. So again, please be aware of this ever-present danger that everybody faces. It doesn't matter where you work on the plant, whether you work in finance or work in HR or work in the gas distribution network or out in the operating areas. Everyone encounters this same risk. So please take it seriously. The stand down we had, I hope, will help us overcome that. But when we go back and look at our last 4 or 5 years, I should have recognized much earlier that slips, trips and falls were a huge issue, and I should have been much more proactive in addressing those. The good news is that, with the exception of the 2 people who injured themselves, that the severity rate has decreased enormously. That is the number of days or the severity of the injuries resulting in the number of days away from work. In 2011, it was close to 180 days. Last year, it was, I believe, 19. So again, unfortunately, we are injuring people, but we don't appear to be having the same impact, or the severity, the seriousness of the injuries are not so marked. And really, that's the end of it. I do encourage all of you to keep focusing on this. I've sent out my PMP. It's posted on the website last week sometime. You'll see that I've set very ambitious targets for 2013. And I hope that you will all join with the Bapco leadership in ensuring that we do make that move. The targets I've set have been challenging. They are in most areas where it's possible to move Bapco by 2 quartiles from where we were in 2010. And that, if we can do that in 2013, will set us up in great position for the year 2014, when we will be running the Solomon figures again. Thank you very much for your help in achieving these outstanding figures, and I wish you all well in the future. Thank you.